my channel. Well, welcome to my channel. Make sure you subscribe, like, and comment.
Hello guys, welcome once again to today's panel chat on Married to Medicine Season 10, Episode 2. I'm loving Married to Medicine this season. Like, they're bringing the mess, the drama. So I'm loving it amongst the Bravo shows we have on right now. So I just hope that they stick with it to the end. And I'm kind of loving Phaedra being on this season because she brings a little bit of different flavors, spice. You know, I'm just loving everybody. Everybody's bringing what they're supposed to bring. So, how did you feel about the episode?
I felt the episode was really good. I enjoyed it. It was a few things that kind of made me like, oh wow,
Cringe?
yeah, and a few things I was like, oh my god, So it was a very good episode.
Yeah. Okay. So let's go ahead and talk about some of the things that happened on the episode. Firstly, okay, the first thing we're going to talk about is, sorry, hold on. Phaedra meeting up with Quad. How did you see that conversation? I felt like it was unnecessary because they didn't really give anything. The only thing I saw that they wanted us to understand why Quad decided to distance herself from the girls for a little while, and talking about I was glad she talked about her boyfriend because they make it seem as if Gregory is the one that is living the better life out of the divorce, but also Quad is living the amazing and beautiful life that she's living right now, and she has a boyfriend. Although she doesn't want to make it public, she doesn't want to let you guys know what her boyfriend's name is. And I understand because it's brand new. I don't want to jinx it, like praise it to
Right.
be what it is. And at the end of the day, there's this big, I don't want people to make gossip out of it. So I understand why she was not telling you guys anything because it's brand new, it's just fresh. So
Mhm.
let her 2 feet be on the ground in the relationship before she starts. She doesn't want to rush into anything because I believe that from everything she has gone through her marriage, there's some things she has picked along, and she doesn't want to make the same mistake twice. And she also spoke about Dr. Heavenly and why she kind of distanced herself with Dr. Heavenly, and the fact that Dr. Heavenly sent her that picture. That felt odd to me. Why would you take a picture with your friend's ex fiance and send to her and be like, "Oh, meeting up with a new friend"? Dr. Heavenly can be shady, but there's shady and just there's plain, how would I put it, stupidity. Because what? Okay, fine. You posted it on Instagram. Why did you have to send it to Quad? What was your aim? It was given. I want to get you pissed off.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go back a little bit to Phaedra and Quad's meeting at Phaedra's house. Well, I
Yeah,
thought that was pretty interesting. It's like I don't know. I don't know if Phaedra is there to stir the pot a little bit, and get
yeah. I
these
think
women
she's there to send the thought.
agitated.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, look, I am not a news channel, so I'm not going to be going around spreading everything that I know. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Phaedra, I think she did that to get a rise out of Quad, you know, and I kind of tripped out when she had her little butler come in there and bring them some
Yeah, the
beverages.
butler.
Yeah, I thought that was cute, but on the other hand, I felt that Phaedra was there to stir the pot and get a reaction out of Quad. And then she even asked her about the DUI. I'm glad Quad said what it was. She's not hiding anything.
Mm-hmm.
She's just coming right out. Well, yeah, you asked me about it. I'm going to tell you about it. You know what I'm saying? So she kind of cleared that up. Um, and then, Heavenly with the picture, Heavenly is just like, my God, Heavenly, you got a daughter going to college. When will the madness stop? you know it's just, she's just messy. She's a wonderful dentist because she's been in practice for a long time. She's successful. She has a great marriage. But why do you have to add messy to your resume? I just don't get it. I don't get it.
Exactly.
you know and I just thought that Heavenly was trying to be a little extra messy because
Mm-hmm.
she hasn't heard from Quad, and I'm pretty sure she's been seeing Quad has been living her best life.
Mm-hmm.
If you're busy and you single, you busy and you single. You know, but you would
Yeah.
think that Heavenly would have enough things going on in her life to keep her busy and out of other people's business. So I don't know who's the queen of messy right now. Is it Phaedra or is it Heavenly? They're going to be fighting for the crown. Watch.
I think so. Because the both of them come with big D energy. Like they are high there. They have this high energy, high power. They always want to stir the pot. But I still think heavily Phaedra comes with high energy and she's there. But the thing about Dr. Heavenly is that she her messiness sometimes are very unnecessary.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing about Dr. Heavenly. Her messiness, her shadiness sometimes comes up as unnecessary and unwarranted. That's just my perspective. It always comes out as unnecessary and unwarranted. So I don't always like sometimes when she just goes deep with her messiness. That's just the part I don't understand about her. But I don't think Phaedra is, yes, Phaedra can be messy, but I don't think to the extent of how Dr. Heavenly, what if you watch the interview, not the interview, the review she did with Carlos,
Mm-hmm.
she was overly very shady. And they also had
Wow.
they also had they were reviewing the show live yesterday when it was airing.
Mm-hmm.
Her, Quad, Phaedra, and Dr. Jackie. They were live on Instagram talking about the show. And Heavenly was coming as Heavenly would be, you
Wow.
know?
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like Heavenly has a different side of her shade. I like her as a person, but when it comes to that part of her shadiness, I don't always love it.
I just think that I expect more. Excuse me. I expect more from Dr. Heavenly simply because she is a doctor. She has a statue.
Yeah.
And she's grounded in her community. Now, her mouth is just dirty. So, like,
Oh,
I don't know if you
her
remember in the
mouth is
past,
something else.
yeah, some of the things she said, your mama and bitch this and like, why? You know, she has a filthy mouth at times, and to get your point across, you don't have to curse to get your point across. You know, look, you can tell people off without using vulgar language.
For using,
You know.
yeah, you can tell
Yes.
people off. You can let them know, I don't like what you're doing, I don't understand what you're doing, without being that nasty, like, towards them. Like, you make them, she does her own so bad that when she talks about it, she makes you feel a certain way, like maybe you feel disgust about yourself, or you feel bad about yourself. She just tries to bring you down. That is one thing about Dr. Heavenly. She tries to drain you. And that is the part where I be like, wow, Dr. Heavenly, once again, you have done it. She
Yeah.
always, sometimes when she does it, some of those ladies are even surprised. Like, they're always like, they know that she goes too far.
Yes, she does. You know, and she has
Those
such a
ladies,
nice.
the lady, yeah, they know she goes too far. But
Yeah.
moving forward, let's talk about Gregory and Sweetie, because in the next clip we saw Gregory and Sweetie. He was
Uh-huh.
coming home. See, that part, a little bit of it was cringy to me, because one, it as in he coming home. I was like, I serve my husband. I'm a home giver. I work at home. I understand you work at home, gives you time to be able to take care of your husband. Yes. But the way she was
Right.
like, nah, yeah, I serve my husband on real plates. Like, I don't understand. What are you trying to do here?
I don't know if she was insinuating Quad was pulling out paper plates for Dr. G. I
That's
don't
what,
know.
no, yes, that was what I thought she was inferring to. Like, she was trying to throw a little bit shade at what. Now, the thing about Sweet Tea, and I think she hasn't still got it, is that these ladies are OGs.
Yes.
They've been in this game for so long. And if you want to start coming with the shades, be also prepared to take the shade.
Right.
You're coming here saying, "Oh, I serve my husband on on real plates." Okay, all right, I see you. When I heard that, sorry, that say it, I was like, okay, I see you. I see you. Just be prepared when it comes back bouncing on you,
Hmm.
because the ladies you're up against, you don't know what you're actually up against.
I don't know.
You
But you know what? I was just thinking maybe that shade was for uh not Dr. Jackie, but Dr. Simone. Because you know,
Mhm.
she be eating off paper plates sometimes. Her and
Ah,
Cecil.
but why would she be shading Dr. Simone? Dr. Simone is her friend, right?
Well, yeah.
Apparently, they tell themselves they are friends. We don't know, because most of this TV reality friendship, I don't trust it. So they say she's she's Dr. Simone's friend. So I don't think she would be wanting to shade, because I feel like the only people that have her back a little bit on this cast is Dr. Simone and
Boy,
um Toya.
yeah.
So I don't think she would literally, if she was shading her, wow. I feel bad for her, because if it turns back on her, she's not gonna like it. But one thing I wanted to talk about this scene especially was them talking about the wedding. I felt like Gregory, in his humble self, will I say humble? In his real self, showed his true colors, because the statement he was making, that guy, I'm sorry, I know him and Howard were never a good match. They were never um I was one person that knew that they were never a good match for themselves, that they needed to divorce. But I also know that Gregory has his own issues.
Yes.
It was the both of them that brought, the both of them had issues that contributed into their marriages getting bad. Anybody coming here to say, oh, Dr. Gregory had the whole fault. I don't believe that. Or anybody coming to say what had the whole fault, I don't even reason with you, because I used to say the both of them had issues, the both of them were not good for each other. I'm literally very happy that they are divorced from each other, because at least now they're living their peace. But one thing I also know is that they have their individual bad characters, they have their individual bad issues, they have issues between themselves. Because the way he was
Mhm.
coming at her, do you I don't know whether it is me, but I felt like he was flaunting his money to her. letting her
Yeah.
know that I spent 90% of my money on this wedding. I'm literally bringing out every piece of money to this wedding. So, for me, look at how it sounds. I'm giving you all the money show. You know what? Just Esther up, just shut up and do what you need to do and don't disturb me.
Yeah, I kind of felt that too. I didn't particularly like that, you know, but it, look, she's in his house and him and Quad's house. You know what I'm saying? It's not like she's bringing furniture to the table or coming in, with a shitload of money. Even though she does have a very good job, she what did she say? She was a program coordinator for the federal government.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, that's a very good job. Starting
Yeah.
salary, starting salary 141,000 a year. That's not bad. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like
Mm-hmm.
she's broke, you know, and trying to figure out a career. She has a career. You know, she may have came in with her best. I don't think really. Well, I'm saying this to say that I don't really feel like she's after his money because she has her own you know I kind of feel that maybe she's coming in empty handed because hey, she doesn't want to bring all her baggage with her. Maybe she downsized before she met Gregory. Maybe she was renting, you know what I'm saying, where she can walk away and come out there to pursue a relationship. I don't know, but I just don't.
Oh, you don't feel as if she's with Dr. Gregory because of his money?
No, I think that she just said that probably to get a rise out of them, because they were going to run with it.
The thing
Somebody was
is,
going to run with it.
I don't also, well, I'm 50-50 on that. Why probably she's with Dr. Gregory because of his money or not. But these things is like, Dr. Gregory will be looking at it like she's there for his money. If he's bringing, if she wanted to prove to him that I do have my money, right, and I'm not
Mhm.
really here for your money, the
Mhm.
wedding she would have at least contributed 30% of her money so that because now he's using the money against her, and we're just on the wedding phase.
Yeah, I mean, I completely
Who
understand
knows what
that.
will go on after the wedding?
Right, that's true, but I don't know. I believe in being equal, you know, straight down the
No, I'm
middle,
just saying,
or else
probably,
or
no,
else.
probably she'll want to base it off the fact that maybe she might not have been making, or she's not making the same amount that uh he's making.
Right.
Get so probably that's what she based it off on. But I feel like I'm still gonna wait to see at the long run whether
Mhm.
she's there for the money or not.
Okay.
I'm still gonna wait because she's not giving that attitude of, okay, I'm not here for the money. She's still giving sneaky, sneaky. So I don't want to judge. I don't want to prejudge her. So I want to see how the season will run out to
Mhm.
literally know, okay, because I can't know how with one or two scenes. I want to see how it will play out for me to really say, okay, fine, I can really place it. This is what is going on, and this is what is going on. And I feel like the only thing that made and I question myself every time, and I question Dr. Gregory because every time he says that the reason I want to be with this lady is because she decided to say she was going to give me what I want, kids and everything. The place we are in life is the same. We are aligned on our thoughts and the things we want to do in life right now. I don't think I don't think he's that much in love with her. I think he's that into like she can give me what I want. And in
Right.
return, I could possibly give her what she wants.
Mhm. Okay, I see that. I see that.
That's that's how I thought. And the way, she was pissed off when he made that utterance. She was so pissed off when he talked about the wedding. stuff.
Yeah, I'm glad she voiced her opinion and didn't back down from him saying, "Hey, I don't want to hear about it, because I'm giving up the majority of the money, so I shouldn't have to hear shit." You know,
Mm-hmm.
I I'm glad she said, "Well, you're gonna hear it. You know, you're gonna listen. You sitting here eating the food that I cooked. We're face to
Exactly. But I
face,
feel
and
like
we're gonna
he's
talk
that
about it
kind of
like
husband.
adults."
I feel like he's that kind of husband that wants to be pampered, cared for. He wants you in servitude. That
Yeah,
is what I feel Dr. Gregory is, because he's like, he has, I think his mentality is, I bring the money, you have to do every other thing. Don't include me, don't necessarily force me to be involved. As far as I bring the money to the table to do what it needs to be done, I expect you to do what it needs to be done. That's how I see
right.
that's how I feel about Dr. Gregory.
Yeah,
And that's not a nice thing that you can't help your wife.
I totally agree, but I just feel like, he's he seems like he's the type of guy who, if he's making all the money, he's gonna be calling all the shots. If he's paying all the bills, he's gonna call
Mm-hmm.
all the shots.
Exactly.
That's not really a healthy relationship to be in,
A very
because,
unhealthy one.
well, every woman already has a father. I don't want a
Mm-hmm.
father in my mate. I don't want a man bossing me around, you know.
Yeah.
So, okay, men are supposed, if you're with a woman, you're supposed to pay everything. That's the way I was raised. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You're supposed to handle all the bills. She handles the inside of the house. You handle the bills, the mortgage, whatever, the car note, the car insurance. If she works, that's her money. You see what I'm saying? And you handle everything outside, the yard, the driveway, whatever. But the inside, she's supposed to have it all. And that's the
Hmm.
way I was raised. Being in that type of relationship that I see that is Letitia. I mean, no, that's not her name. Dr. G's fiance. What's her name?
Sweetie.
Sweet Tea. Okay. What I see that she's headed into is him being controlling and being a narcissist, and gaslighting her, putting her on a budget, you know.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that I'm wrong. I'm hoping that he changed, but we'll see. We'll see.
I guess truly we'll see whether he does change over it. Now, another part of the episode that literally I felt so cringy. I was watching this because I didn't have time. I was very busy. So I was watching this in a very open space and a lot of people were there. And they were talking, that was about Toya and her husband talking to the kids about the sex education. A friend of mine just looked at my phone. I was like, how do they say this kind of things on TV and not even cringe? Like, what I felt, I'm not saying that them teaching their children that is wrong. It's right. They are at the appropriate age right now. Yeah, but doing it on TV where you know it will be publicized, I feel like you did not protect the children's privacy. This is not the kind of thing that should be publicized or aired. Like, I think it's something that should be said alone in your room, in your private place. You have that discussion and let it be over with.
Right. Right. I
But
mean,
then coming to air it on the show, I felt pissed off. I don't know whether it's just my opinion, but that's how I felt.
well, I understand your point of view, but I, 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 I still say this is reality TV. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
kind of felt it was their right because these are their children, you know, and I mean, Toya even admitted that they're getting a little horny. I don't know what they're doing and what she's catching them doing, but she should know she's a mom. She's around them 24/7, you know. So it probably was time to have that talk with them. And I'm kind of glad that they did, because for a lot of women who are single mothers of boys, maybe they need to sit down and talk to these boys, as they become young men, because once they're a young man, it's they don't want you talking to them because they feel like they know everything. Well, but while they're, preteens, kind of talk to them and let them know like what's really going on out here. So I'm glad that they explained that, the first thing you can get a baby, the second thing that you could possibly get is a disease, and some of them you can't get rid of. you know when I was going through school, they didn't have a sex education class. you know they sent home a little field trip slip and said, hey, this is the subject we're going to talk about, have your parents sign it. And it was very confusing. you know all of it was
Mhm.
confusing and left me baffled for a while. You know what I'm saying? um yeah. When my girls were in school, they didn't even ask my permission. Could they talk to my kids about this? So when I found out, my kids came home and they told me, hey, they gathered us all in the auditorium and they had the sex talk. And I'm like, what? Hold on, what? What? They told me about the different subjects that they start talking about. And I was like, look, I already had sex talk with my kids, but I wanted the school to give me that option of saying, yes, she can be in attendance, or no, she can't be in attendance to that. You know what I'm saying? Because they were kind of teaching them a little bit more than I wanted to teach them at that time. You know what I'm saying? So I was kind of glad when Toya and them did do that, and give the boys the examples, of what could happen to them. And I'm just hoping that, all the single mothers that watch that kind of say, well, hey, look, you know, I'm not set up in a two-parent household right now, but this is what I can tell my son.
Me, what may I was saying is that I'm not saying that they shouldn't have told their kids what they told their kids, but I felt like for the kids' sake, when they were signing their reality TV series contract, the kids didn't sign the contract too. So I felt like it should be a little bit of covering for the kids, and maybe when they
Mhm.
start feeling comfortable enough,
Right,
they they can like okay understand what is going on. Like I don't for me, I'm not saying it's wrong, but I didn't just like the way it was done.
right.
Yeah, that's just me. Now let's go forward to Phaedra Toya meeting up with Sweetie for her wedding gown, shopping. I felt
Mhm.
I felt like Phaedra and um so yeah, we're being a little bit shady. And when they mentioned about the sugar mama thing, is this sugar mama or sugar baby? Yeah, sugar baby thing. And that she met that her friend that accompanied them at the sugar babies, the side club, and I'm like, so I think that there are some things that Sweetie should stop talking about and just keep it to herself. Unless those women are going to capitalize on it and chew out.
Yeah, they did do a lot of prying with her friend. They drilled her actually. It was like, oh, we got you alone. So how did you guys meet? And you know, and what is that in detail? And you know, it, it was like just a little bit too much, you know. And I think that her friend, maybe it was a new friend from this little group that she joined, that Sweet Tea had joined. Maybe it was a new friend, And this new friend didn't know any better, you know.
Yeah.
So that's why she was just spilling all the information to them, and they ate it up. They
Yeah.
ate it up and ran with it. But yeah, I thought that Phaedra was throwing shade. She keeps talking about this girl's butt. You know, you have a little bitty butt. Like that's mean. That's mean. Everybody doesn't have the same body shape.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I be feeling like there is a big fat woman out there with a tiny little stomach. That's my tiny little stomach. I got her stomach. What the heck? You see what I'm saying? Every everybody doesn't have the same body, but you deal with what you got.
Mm-hmm. And now, Toya was planning to have a wine tasting where she invited some of the girls. Sweetie was there, Dr. Jackie, sorry, Phaedra, Dr. Heavenly. Immediately I saw Dr. Heavenly, I knew that this event will not go by without one shade. Like
Mm.
she would shade somebody on that, and she did.
Oh yes.
She did. I want to say something. I want to ask something. Did you feel um Sweetie should have been crying after she confronted them about what they did to her during the bridal shopping and during a hotel in
I think she was.
17?
Yeah, I think Sweetie was just so fed up. She's been really trying to get along with these women, and so far all they do is mention quad and have conversations while she's sitting right there about quad. And that would irritate me if I'm a new fiance. You know what I'm saying? It would irritate my soul. you know but then they're coming on with new information. Oh, you have to see a therapist because you got an old dude that you're dealing with. And what do you guys do? You listen to music? I mean, Dr. Heavenly is just throwing shade bomb after shade bomb, you know so I can understand where Sweet Tea was getting fed up. And it's like once she told them how she felt, and then Heavenly just kept on. And then knowing that, hey, she's not getting the support, the emotional support. She's getting the financial support, but she's not getting that emotional support that she wanted. So I think it just kind of boiled over, into tears. Like, whoo. I felt her pain. I felt her pain, and I loved how Dr. Jackie took her into the bathroom and told her, if you wanted somebody to, what she said, if you wanted somebody to help you plan this marriage, you should have married a woman. I laughed so hard. I thought that was really clever. Yeah.
Yeah, because I felt like the moment she ran away, she kind of accepted defeat. That's how I did feel that she accepted defeat. Now, what was with the price tag on that dress, sweetie? Sweetie, why would you go to those ladies and you wear a clothes that still had the price tag?
I don't know. It was a cute outfit. I just would have kept it. I mean, you know, I have stuff I've worn once and don't wear again, because I hate repeating the same clothes. you know. So I just would have kept it. I would have took the tags off and kept it. No, but to go around those ladies with a price tag showing, yeah, that means that your money ain't stacked too right. You know what I'm saying? And Jackie made the comment about, yeah, she's not the wife yet. The baby wanted to take the stuff back. Yeah, but I'm not into taking stuff back. I don't have time to be standing in line and stuff. I buy it. I don't even try stuff on. I see it. It's my size. I buy it. I bring it home. If it fits, it fits. If it doesn't, I'm not taking it back. I just pass it on to somebody else. You know. So I don't know. Maybe that was a $5,000 outfit, $6,000 outfit or something. I don't know. But yeah, I would have never did that in front of that group of women.
Exactly. Exactly. You know that some of these ladies they don't like you, and some of them are just TV friends. Let's be TV friends. That's what I feel like.
Yeah, it just gives them more things to talk about, when it comes to her, sweet tea.
Yeah.
But they got to understand that she's young. She's not as hardened up as they are. They have sat in the sun and hardened up. She's still fresh and young and a little naive.
Mhm.
So they need to kind of give her a break and quit being so hard on her. Yeah, that's what I feel. And let her prove herself to be part of the group.
Exactly. I feel like some of them are prejudging her without allowing her to prove herself.
Exactly.
They should allow her prove herself. Then, from there on, judge where a situation needs for her to be shunned or removed from the show, or it can be managed.
Right.
Yeah. Well, um the fact that this lady Phaedra went, and how did you feel about this that Phaedra went to Dr. G and asked him to sign a prenup?
Ooh, child. I think Phaedra is really overstepping her boundaries.
Mhm.
You know, like, okay, so what? He's been your friend for 20 years. You see that he's happy. You know, you've heard things coming from her mouth.
Mhm.
You don't know if it's true or not. You don't know if she was just saying it trying to get a rise out of you guys. You know, I mean, the only thing you can do from that point back is just sit back. I mean, this isn't even your car, meaning your marriage. This isn't even your car, Phaedra. You know, you're on the outside looking in. So I just kind of feel like she just kind of overstepped her boundaries a little bit.
Mhm. And um so you feel like it was an overstep of boundaries for her talking to him about the prenup?
Yeah, I can understand where Phaedra's coming from because simply of what she went through within her own marriage. We've seen that live on TV.
Mhm.
So I know Phaedra's probably feeling some kind of way about protecting her assets, you know, but everybody isn't the same. Everybody isn't after the golden goose.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? If you happen to
Yeah,
land the golden goose, wouldn't you take care of it?
I
You know
would.
what I'm saying? Or would you choke the life out of it and take all the
Mhm.
golden eggs? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you doing? Like, I just felt like she needed she needed to keep that negativity to herself.
Mm.
Don't put that doubt in his brain.
And yeah.
because this is a fresh relationship for him. And if he hasn't seen any red flags about her trying to be after his money, then leave it alone.
Yeah. Like you said, I also understand that she was trying to be a good friend to him, but I also understand that there's a line to which you can talk about some things. And also feel like she did also actually cross the line by talking about the prenup. Let him decide on his own whether he wants to sign a prenup or not.
Right. I mean, I would
I
hate to
just
be
feel,
the reason that somebody goes, well, yeah, I didn't even think about a prenup until Living for My Girl said, hey, I need to get a prenup. I wouldn't want to be that closely involved in somebody else's relationship where they could say
Mhm.
that I said anything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't know if she's doing that because her and Quad are good friends now,
Mm.
and
Who and
she's
Quad is good are good
biased.
friends.
Pardon me?
Who and Quad are good friends.
Phaedra.
Okay. I thought you said Sweetie and Quad. I was like, wow,
Oh, no,
when
no,
I
no, no,
didn't know
no.
about it.
No, no, no. I don't think they'll ever be friends.
Well, how did you feel about the trailer for next week?
Oh, I think it's going to be really interesting. Oh, it's a whole lot going on. I mean, bachelorette parties and bachelor parties and the
Yeah, I want to see
return of,
Quad.
yes, the
Quad
return
making
of
the bride
Quad.
run.
Yes. And I,
Oh
I
my gosh.
I'm still trying to figure out whose plus one was she? Was she Phaedra's plus one? Because if so, that was shady.
Mm.
But I can't wait to see next week's episode. I think it's going to be really exciting.
I myself, I can't wait to see next week's episode because it looks as if it's a fun-filled moment. I, like I said earlier on, I'm enjoying my to medicine because it brings a fresh perspective or a fresh look to almost all the Bravo shows we've had. So kudos to them for doing an amazing job. The cast have been amazing, making the show very interesting with whatever they're doing. So we can't wait for next week's episode. Let's see what actually did happen. Well,
Hmm.
thank you very much, Living for your girl, for joining us today
Hmm.
on another review on Married to Medicine. We'll be seeing you guys same time tomorrow for the Real Housewives of for tomorrow. So you guys should join us tomorrow. Let's discuss about RHOP. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.